All right. Hello, welcome back. So today we are going over how I use my weekly planner. So I have my Google Calendar that I use to just kind of block off time. It's also really good for your calendar integrations. So if you're using the same business tools that I do, which is Profit Sites, if you're using that and you have your Zoom integrated into that and your schedule, your calendar integrated into that, then it just really helps to make sure that people can't book for the times that you are already going to be occupied doing something different. So anyway, with the Trello board, this is on like a day-to-day thing. These are and I created this. If you'd like a copy, let me know. I might make this available to the public. Okay. I'm not giving it away for free because I'm supposed to sell my oil, right? Not donate it. So, yeah, let me know if this is something you'd be interested in. This won't cost an arm and a leg, but I did take the time to like create it, organize it, design it, and all that good stuff. So anyway, I have, hopefully you're familiar with Trello, but just in case you're not, every one of these columns here is called a list. And inside every list, like this box here, this box here, this box here, this box here, those are cards. Okay. And then inside them, I can put something. So I made them already. So if you were to get a copy of this, like these would already be made, and then you would just fill it in with your thing. Okay. So I have life balance goals, a master list of ideas for me to just brain dump because I have tons of ideas all the time. I can't execute every idea that I have. So I can get them all out my head at least so it's not cluttered up there. And then I can look and decide and choose like this is what I'm going to focus on. This is what I'm going to do. Like there's one thing right now I'm really thinking about doing and I'm just like, "Ooh, that's going to be a major project." I don't know if I should do that, and I don't know if my husband is going to let me use his technical skills for that. Anyway, so I have the next one is your vision board section. And this is a vision board where, you can put um the pictures themselves up. So I have some examples here. Or you could put like links to a video. Um so that you can like have a visual vision board, right? And it's a vertical one. So again, some examples, the GV60, um, trip to Paris, doing things in the home, hooking it up, making it really feel like home, doing a Disney cruise, getting a dog. I'm not getting a dog, but like these are just some examples, right? Maybe you want 50K or more in your savings account. Um, so that was actually a copy of this, getting that GV60. It's the same thing. So I really need to take that out. Maybe you want to invest more. You can start writing a list of the things that you want to invest. Get a home in LA, get that Pearl Master Rolex, um, homes, and, just things that you see for yourself in your life in the future. Getting yourself a housekeeper, getting yourself a chef, right? Um, So whatever it is that you want, you can put that there. And I think, let me see, was it this one? So there's various pictures in there to really, look at it up close, get that visual going. Chill, okay? Um, I'm looking for one where I had an actual video. Maybe that's in my actual planner. I don't know. Here's something. Here's some links. Let me see. All right, so these are the deck plans. I can look around, see where everything is, so I can really start feeling like I'm gonna be on the ship and all of that. Like, that's the kind of stuff you can do with these. Okay, here's an article that I had saved. All right, so just all kinds of stuff that you can do with it. Um, Now moving on to your resources, 12-week accountability game plan, different things that you may want to focus on. And again, this would include like any articles that you have saved, any notes, any PDFs, any of that. Now, when you move on to like what you're actually doing day by day throughout the week, just so you know, I have two trackers that you can move around the same way that you see me doing right now. And it's a personal DMO and then your indestructible income mega tractor DMO. So DMO is your daily method of operation. And again, what is your goal for the month? Right? Get 20 people on my calendar, get 100 people on my email list for this month, right? Maybe that's a goal that you have. When you hit it, check it off, right? Hitting L4, that was a goal for something I was doing. So mindset and spirit, pray, doing some scripting because you're supposed to write the vision to make it plain, right? Affirmations. I have an app, The Secret to Money, and meditation, taking your communion. Like those are things important to me for my mindset and for my spirit. And then for your body, what are you going to do to take care of your body? Exercise for at least an hour, drink some water. I'm like, let me remind myself to drink the water, right? So you could do it here. If you have an app for that kind of stuff already, that's fine. But I just wanted to make sure I have everything here. Another thing is focusing on family, right? Some fun time for myself, some family time for all of us, and some hubby time sometimes, right? And then your to-do list, your daily tracker, your wins for the week, write that down. How you'll improve next week, and this week's main goal and the reward you're going to give yourself when you hit the goal. So, for example, when I click on this, and you'd be able to fill this out to whatever you want to, right? So, some of y'all know I was in a community called MLSP, and I was a leader in there. So, this week I just wanted to get one new member in there. I wanted to go live every day this week. I wanted to close 10,000 in sales for this week. I wanted to contact everybody in my two Facebook groups. And the reward, if I hit these goals, was to treat myself to some new furniture for the house jail. Right? So, I mean, I would have the 10,000 in sales, so why not? I could spend a couple $100, right? So, and again, this is old, but just examples that I wanted you to see. Okay. So what's your wins? Like really write those down. What did you do? Right? I got a lot of replies I wasn't even expecting. I completed my goal early or whatever. Like write those things down. Okay. Um And then for your indestructible income mega tracker, this was something I had for people that purchased my indestructible income course. So you probably won't see that in here. However, it doesn't take away from the fact that you can still use this. So for Monday, you'd add a card and you'd write in what you're going to do for Monday. Okay. This is just the fancy picture. But you would add a card and you'd start writing those things down. Same thing with the rest of the week. There is also a resources one that I'm going to show y'all in a second. I'm going to show you why that's there in a second. But anyway, you'd go throughout the week, and you would use this planning ahead of time. So today it's Monday. I would have already had this planned out. So I would probably choose either a Saturday or a Sunday to plan this out for the week. And so I would know what I want to do each day. Okay. So maybe on Monday, like I said, that's when I have a coaching client. And then that's it. The rest of the day, I'm going to chill because that can be emotionally draining to coach people one on one. On Tuesday, I have a coaching client. But then on Wednesday, my action plan would be, oh, I'm going to record, I'm going to batch 5 videos for my YouTube channel. And then Thursday, I'm going to edit and upload them or edit and render them. And then Friday, I'm going to upload them and schedule them. Saturday, I'm going to make plans for my next week. And Sunday, I'm gonna rest. So you can do it however you want. Resources, you will put anything here that you need to be able to accomplish what you need to for the week. So like if you are trying to close sales, then in your resources section, you'd always have the link to your checkout page, for example, for you to be able to give people that tell you, hey, I want to buy that. Then you'd have it just in case they don't have it. Um, or a PDF or just notes for, again, the things that you will need. These are anything that you'll need to complete the activities for the week. And then your additional notes, any books that you're currently reading, whether it's ebook, audiobook, maybe it'll be my book that'll be coming out soon. I was reading Provision Promises by Joseph Prince. So what I would do is write my notes down, right on page 17. He so loves you too that he was willing to give up his son for you. That's how much he loves you. And if God was willing to give you heaven's best, which is Jesus, do you think that he would withhold anything else good from you? No. Right. So notes that I took that really resonate with me, you could put that in there. Think and Grow Rich was here as an example, which I really shouldn't have as an example because that man was a con man. So let me take this out. Boom. Okay. But yeah, any courses you're taking, um, anything that you might be working on or working with someone on, you'd have that. And then I added a meal planning because at the time when I originally made this, it was me and the kids, we were all home and we would take turns. um Really, they would do it more than me, but with cooking. And so what I needed to know was like, okay, what recipes I actually shared this planner with them and told them to just focus on the meal planning and then their name. And the meal planning part, what recipes do y'all want to try, what ingredients do I need to order from the grocery store, that kind of thing. And then I would take care of that part, so that would be there and we'd know what we were going to be eating. um So, for example, for Monday, I need some snacks, child, right? This is what's for breakfast. This is what is for lunch. And this is what's for dinner. Okay. So, you can do that too. And like I said, for each one of them, it's like, okay, what's on your to do list? What needs to be done? Right. That way I would know what they're trying to get done, including things that they were helping me do with my business, which they're not involved with anymore at this point because my husband does all this stuff, so it's fine. So you have that, what their goals are, what their chores are throughout the week, right? And I tried to make everything small so that when they check it off, they got a real sense of accomplishment. You know what I mean? But just little things. Oh, vacuum, right? Oh, make your bed. Oh, check it off. So that was good. And same for Trevor. I just designed them differently for them, chores and chores, but it's the same stuff. It's the same info in there. So that's how I did that. So you could do it where you have it like mine, where your kids are on there too, to have their own little thing, and you guys can, you can encourage them and you can support them as they're accomplishing their goals. Or you could make one of these for them. You just make a copy of this. You would delete all the stuff that's not needed for them, and then they would have their own. But for me, like I said, our family's pretty open and we share things. And so, I had it where I just shared this with them. So that's how I keep track of everything throughout the week, is using a planner. Now, again, I'm showing you one of my older planners, but they're all made the same way. They all have the same information on there. It's just, I don't want to accidentally show some sensitive information with like clients and stuff on there, on my current one. But yeah, this is how I stay organized. And for somebody like me, I need it. I'm an ENTP personality, and that P part, that perceiving, I'm not as structured. I kind of need my space. I need a little structure, a little organization, but not to the point where I feel restricted. And so these things actually help me.